Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another live stream here on YouTube at Sports Bonanza John and on Kick at Sports Kick John. Opening night in Major League Baseball. We get set for the Yankees and the Giants from Oracle Park in San Francisco to open up a brand new Major League Baseball season. Preview this game in just a moment. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for looking over us, Lord, and please protect these players tonight. No emotions running high on opening night, so please protect everyone, fans, coaches, players. Please continue to look over us and do your will among us, Lord, as we ask and pray this in your name. Amen. All right, Yankees and Giants to kick off the 2026 Major League Baseball season from the Bay Area on a late afternoon in San Francisco. The Yankees coming off a 94-68 record a season ago, falling in the American League Division Series round to the Blue Jays 3-1. Meanwhile, the Giants coming off a 500 season, 81-81 a season ago. They missed the playoffs last year. This is the fourth year in a row the Giants did not qualify for the playoffs. They hope to snap that drought this year. As we are beginning this season on a Wednesday night, little confusing to me why the season is opening with Yankees-Giants, but that's where we are on a late Wednesday afternoon in the Bay Area and a big crowd filing in at Oracle Park. Yankees looking to continue their run of postseason appearances. As I said, the Giants looking to snap that 4-year postseason drought. They have not qualified for the playoffs since 2021. Giants finally hoping to get back there this year, as they open up tonight against the New York Yankees. The Yankees mentioned 94-68 a season ago. They tied for the AL West title with the Blue Jays, but had to settle for a wild card berth by losing the season series to Toronto last year and eventually ended up losing to the Blue Jays to end their season in the division series round. Let's go ahead and take a look at the batting order tonight. First for the New York Yankees. They line up this way. Leading off in center field will be Trent Grisham. Aaron Judge in the number 2 spot tonight, playing right field once again. Left fielder Cody Bellinger bats third. Ben Rice at first base is the cleanup hitter for the Giants. Giancarlo Stanton DHing tonight and batting fifth. Jazz Chisholm at second base will be in the number 6 spot. Caballero, the shortstop, will bat 7th. McMahon at third base will bat 8th. Austin Wells, the catcher, in the number 9 spot for the Yankees. Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Rice, Stanton, Chisholm, Caballero, McMahon, and Wells. The batting order for the New York Yankees. And Logan Webb gets the start tonight for the Giants. So Logan Webb getting the opening night start tonight for San Francisco. He was 15-11 a season ago. Had 224 strikeouts and 207 innings pitched. Just 46 walks. And he will get the start here to try and set down this New York Yankees lineup on opening night 2026. Of course, we've got the main opening day coming up tomorrow. Already got people jumping in on the live chat. Courtney Lumpkin. Hello, Courtney. How are you? Came on a little early here, but wanted to get you going here for as we get set for another Major League Baseball season. Aaron Judge, of course, the man starting his 11th year with the Yankees. A beautiful Wednesday afternoon, late afternoon in the Bay Area. 64 degrees. Yankees still have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth the way the season ended a season ago, the way they got taken out in the division series round by their division rival Toronto Blue Jays. The Giants haven't been able to get over that hump and get back to the postseason. They hope to end that run and that stat this season. Let's tell you how the Giants are lining up defensively here. In the outfield, Ramos is in left field. Harrison Bader is in center field. And in right field is Lee. On the infield, Chapman is at third base. Adames is at shortstop. Arise, who the Giants acquired in the offseason, he will play second base. Schmidt is over at first base with the battery of Bailey, the catcher, and the pitcher, Logan Webb. That's how the Giants line up defensively. Yankees again expected to be a threat in the American League East this season. And a lot of the so-called experts thinking this could be the year the Giants snap their postseason drought. Of course, the Dodgers still the big favorite in the National League West and the early World Series favorite this year. Giants a serious wild card contender. They're actually getting ready to play the national anthem here, so I'm going to briefly pause real quick while the anthem is being played here. Back with you here momentarily. Okay, I beg your pardon. They are not playing the national anthem here. They are doing some kind of pregame festivities here, so never mind on that. Is it Bert Kreischer that is doing some kind of pregame festivities? And I have no idea who that is. So I'm obviously not with the times. I have no idea who this person is, but he's apparently a well-known individual. Trying to get the crowd pumped up. A sellout crowd at Oracle Park in San Francisco for this opening night battle between the Yankees and the Giants. Okay, they're introducing the teams actually right now. So, and amongst other things here, so there's going to be another delay. I thought 8:05 first pitch. That's why I waited to go on when I did. It looks like I still went on a little early. So let's go ahead and while they're doing the introductions of the lineups here, let's look at a little bit of a recap from last year. As I said, the Yankees having to settle for a wild card despite finishing tied with the Blue Jays for the best record in the American League. I think that's a rule that they need to change, but you tie for the best record in the league, you shouldn't be playing in the wild card round, but that is the current format. Yankees got by their rival Red Sox in the wild card round before falling to the eventual American League champion Toronto Blue Jays. In the division series, and what an epic World Series we had last year between the Dodgers and Blue Jays. An epic 7-game series ended up going to the Dodgers. So the Dodgers going for a three-peat this year as they have won back-to-back titles. as they look to make it 3 in a row, and they are heavy World Series favorites in the preseason. Dodgers a big, heavy favorite in the National League West, as I mentioned. Yankees expected to be in another battle in the AL East this year with the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. Orioles expected to be a lot better as well. Orioles had a real down year last year, but they are expected to be back up there towards at least a wild card contender this year. And then Tampa Bay expected to have a big rebuilding year this year, but we always say that, and they more times than not end up right there in contention. Down year last year for the Blue Jays, or for the Blue Jays. No, it wasn't a down year for the Blue Jays. For the Rays, is what I meant to say. Definitely not for the Blue Jays. They were less than 3 outs away from bringing home a World Series title. They are introducing the Giants now. And the big story with the Giants in the offseason, not necessarily who they picked up as far as player-wise, but who they hired as their new manager. Tony Vitello, the new manager of the San Francisco Giants, coming over from the University of Tennessee. So this is his MLB debut as far as a manager tonight. That was a little bit of a, I don't want to say controversial decision, but a little bit of an eyebrow-raising decision bringing on Tony Vitello. But what a job he did with Tennessee. So we will see how he fares now in the major leagues, getting a shot here with the San Francisco Giants. Hired back at the end of October. Back at the University of Tennessee, he won the College World Series back in 2024. So he does know how to get it done, so we will see if he can bring that little bit of experience from the college level, now bring it over here to the major league level. And we will see what he can do with this San Francisco Giants team, who, as I mentioned, are trying to snap a 4-year postseason drought. They have not made the playoffs since 2021. They went 500 a season ago, 81-81. They are hoping to better that and finally get back to the playoffs, as they have just introduced the San Francisco Giants to a sold-out crowd at Oracle Park just after 5 o'clock local time out in the Bay Area. Whoever this is, this guy doing the pre-game festivities here, he is definitely active and vocal. I will give him that. Big slate of 11 games tomorrow to kick off the traditional opening day, but a standalone opening night game here. Again, a little confused why it's Yankees-Giants, but that is the one that was on the schedule. So that is, now we are getting ready for the national anthem. So now I will step aside for just a moment while the anthem plays. I'll be right back with you at the conclusion of the anthem here. All right, I wanted to take that quick pause while the anthem was being played. Gerald Wilson singing the national anthem, doing a fine job as he always does, goes all the way across the country. Sing the national anthem as they have a flyover over Oracle Park. And the 2026 MLB season just a couple minutes away from getting underway. Again, Logan Webb getting the start in on the mound tonight for the Giants. Max Fried gets the opening night start for the Yankees. Again, one more time, let's go through the lineup. The Yankees, Trent Grisham leads off in center. Aaron Judge will bat second. Cody Bellinger will bat third. Ben Rice hitting cleanup. Giancarlo Stanton batting fifth. Jazz Chisholm batting sixth. Caballero, the shortstop, bats seventh. Ryan McMahon bats eighth. And Austin Wells bats ninth for the Yankees. Umpiring crew tonight on this opening night. Bill Miller is behind the plate. Chad Fairchild at first base. Chad Whitson at second, and Brian Walsh calling the plays at third base. These teams have the standalone game tonight. They have the day off tomorrow, the traditional opening day, and then they will play again on Friday. As well as on Saturday to wrap up their 3-game opening series of the year. A Wednesday, Friday, Saturday series set up for the Yankees and the Giants. Logan Webb finishing up his warm-up tosses for the Giants. And we are just about set to go. All the boats set up there in McCovey Cove beyond right field, hoping to get themselves a souvenir out there tonight. Pre-game festivities wrapping up. And I stand corrected. I said Logan Webb was finishing up his warm-up tosses. He hasn't even taken the mound yet. Umpires are starting to head out to the field, so it should be just a matter of minutes now. Again, apologies for, I know I'm stalling here, but this was scheduled for an 8:05 Eastern Time first pitch. We are at 8:18 and haven't even seen the teams take the field yet. So apologies for the delay here and the stall. So the big story this year going into the season, can the Dodgers three-peat? That is what they are going for. Do have a couple of news stories from Major League Baseball as we still await the first pitch of this game. The Padres have put Yu Darvish on the restricted list as he is recovering from elbow surgery. Darvish is 39 years old, so you figure he's probably on his last legs here in the majors anyway. But he will be starting the season, and who knows how long he'll be on that restricted list. We've got this game tonight, 11 games on the slate for tomorrow. The traditional opening day schedule. It starts at 1:15 Eastern tomorrow out at Citi Field. The Mets host the Pirates. That game will be the return of baseball on NBC, as NBC has picked up the MLB contract this year along with Netflix and a couple other networks. So Pirates and Mets at Citi Field tomorrow. The defending champion Dodgers, they open at home tomorrow night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays, they will not open until Friday. At home, they will host the A's. Well, the breezy late afternoon in the Bay Area. Not that that's surprising. It's pretty normal thing for over there. You get those winds off the bay, and it looks like it's blowing from left to right. Pretty significant clip. Okay, folks, it looks like there's going to be some kind of another video thing or something. I'm going to briefly pause the stream. I had no idea there was going to be this much time in between. This is almost 20 minutes after the scheduled first pitch, and we still don't look like we're anywhere close. So I'm going to briefly pause this. And right when they're finally ready for the first pitch, I will be back on with you. With a standalone game, I guess that's why the extra okay, well, right as I say that, Logan Webb is now running out to the mound, so never mind. It looked like they were getting ready to do something on the video boards that was going to be, but now the Giants are taking the field, so Logan Webb, again, a 15-game winner last year, 15-11, ERA of 3.22. 224 strikeouts last season and 207 innings, just 46 walks in his 34 appearances. Led the National League in innings pitched last year. So he will face Trent Grisham, who will lead it off for the Yankees. Grisham last year was a .235 hitter, 34 homers last season for Grisham. He drove in 74. Grisham steps in. And with an 8:05 scheduled first pitch, our first pitch gets underway at 8:25 with a strike. And we are underway, finally. Grisham, a career high in home runs and RBIs a season ago. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Logan Webb set to deliver an 0-2 to Grisham. That's high, 1-2. One-two pitch. That's hit foul. Grisham stays alive, a ball and 2 strikes. Webb's 1-2. Grisham just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Grisham strikes out to begin this game. That'll bring up Aaron Judge. See him right away here in the number 2 spot. .331 hitter a season ago, 53 home runs. He drove in 114. Pitch to Judge is a strike. Back-to-back American League MVPs. Strike one pitch low and outside, a ball and a strike now to Aaron Judge. Bit of a homecoming for Aaron Judge. He was born less than 100 miles from San Francisco. That pitch just misses the inside corner. It's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch from Webb to Aaron Judge. That's a little high, and the count goes to 3-1. Three-one. That's foul, and that'll fill the count 3-2. Three-two payoff pitch to Judge on the way. In the air, foul, and we will do it again. That reaches the first row. Comes another 3-2 to Aaron Judge. They went around back-to-back strikeouts for Logan Webb to begin this game. And it will bring up Cody Bellinger. Bellinger, a .272 hitter a season ago. He hit 29 home runs, drove in 98. Pitch to Bellinger is high, ball one. One-0 to Bellinger. Check swing, no swing, according to the third base umpire. It's 2-0. Two-0 is a strike. Bellinger re-signed with the Yankees back in January on a 5-year deal. Two-one pitch. That's in the air to left. And coming on and out there for the grab out in left field is Ramos, and that retires the Yankees 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Giants coming up for the first time in the bottom half against Max Fried. Max Fried's numbers a season ago led the Yankees in wins. He was 19-5 a season ago. ERA of 2.86. 195 in a third innings pitched last year. 51 walks, 189 strikeouts. He will face this Giants batting order. Luis Ariz, who signed with the Giants in the offseason, he leads it off, playing second base. Chapman at third base will bat second. Rafael Devers DHing tonight. He'll bat third. Willie Adames, the cleanup hitter, playing short. Yun-Hoon Lee in right field will bat fifth. Ramos in left field hitting sixth. Schmidt playing first base and batting seventh. Bailey, the catcher, bats eighth. Harrison Bader in center field, hitting ninth. Again for the Giants, Ariz, Chapman, Devers, Adames, Lee, Ramos, Schmidt, Bailey, and Bader, the batting order for San Francisco. Defensively, the Yankees line up this way. Bellinger in left field, Grisham in center, Aaron Judge in right. The infield, McMahon at third, Caballero at short, Chisholm at second, Rice at first, with the battery of Wells and Fried. So Luis Ariz will lead it off in the bottom of the first for the Giants. Fried delivers his first pitch to Arise, ball one. Fried's 19 wins not only led the Yankees last year, it also led all of Major League Baseball. 1-0 to Arise is tight, 2-0. Arise coming over from the division rival Padres. Hit .292 a season ago, 8 home runs, 61 driven in. Here's the 2-0. That's low. It's 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Arise. Taking all the way and draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the first. And that will bring up the number 2 hitter, Matt Chapman. Hit .231 a season ago with 21 home runs, drove in 61. Shade is now covering both the pitcher's mound area and the batter's box. There's a strike to Matt Chapman. Strike one pitch. Hit foul, and Chapman's in an 0-2 hole. Short lead at first for Arise. And here's the 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2, now the count. On Matt Chapman. The 1-2. That's fouled back. Chapman stays alive. Ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Fried to Chapman. Chapman grounds it to short. They'll go to second, 1, and the throw to first is not in time. It was close at first base. And Aaron Boone looking to see if he wants to challenge it. And he does not. Here's the replay here. Ooh, that's close. Yeah, Chapman is in there, but barely. So Wise, no challenge from Aaron Boone. The throw was one hopped over to Rice at first base from second. So it is a fielder's choice. And it'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Rafael Devers. .252 average last year, 35 home runs, 109 driven in. Played in 90 games for the Giants last year after coming over from Boston. He's ahead of the count here, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch instead is a throw to first. Chapman back. Here's the 2-0. In the air to center. That's gonna fall. That kind of was in there in no man's land. And up to third base goes Chapman, and Giants have runners at the corners with one out here in the bottom of the first. That hit just in the right spot there in center field to where neither the second baseman Chisholm nor the center fielder Grisham could get to that. So runners at the corners for Willy Adames. Cleanup hitter for the Giants, hit .225 a season ago. 30 home runs, drove in 87, led the Giants in home runs and RBIs last year. Takes ball one here. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike on the outside corner, and that'll leave in the count 1-1. One. That's low. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hit foul as that hits Adames in the batter's box. Counts now 2-2. Fried's 2-2 to Adames. Swing and a miss. Strike three. A big strikeout for Fried. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Jung-Hoo Lee, number 5 hitter. .266 average a season ago. 8 home runs, drove in 55. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Lee grounds it to second. And the throw over to Rice, and the Yankees get out of it. The Giants strand 2. End of 1, opening night, San Francisco. Yankees, Giants, no score. It'll be Ben Rice leading it off here in the top of the second for the Yankees. So an ample scoring chance there in the first for the Giants, but they strand runners at the corners. So here is Ben Rice leading it off in the Yankees' second. Cleanup hitter tonight for the Yankees. Rice a season ago, a .255 hitter, 26 home runs. He drove in 65. So here's Rice against Logan Webb to lead off the Yankees second. First pitch is hit to second. One pitch and one out here in the top of the second inning. And it'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton. .273 hitter in 77 games last year. 24 home runs. He drove in 66. Pitch is a strike to Stanton. DHing tonight for the Yankees. Stanton lines this one into right center field. That's going to fall, and the Yankees have their first base runner of the night. One out single for Giancarlo Stanton here in the second. And the batter will be Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm last year a .242 hitter. 31 home runs. He drove in 80. This is a Yankee team that went deep 274 times last year, not counting postseason. Oh, and that hits Chisholm in the back. So that will put Yankees on at first and second. For Jose Caballero. Caballero takes strike one on the outside corner. Caballero last year with the Rays and Yankees hit .236. A one pitch is inside. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. That is ripped to left. That's a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is Giancarlo Stanton. The throw to second is not in time. Runners at second and third. Yankees take a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. So Caballero with the year's first RBI that drives in Giancarlo Stanton. And the batter will be Ryan McMahon. And a strike. McMahon last year with the Rockies and Yankees, .214 hitter. 20 home runs, drove in 53. Oh, 1, McMahon went around, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2, McMahon grounds it up the middle and through into center. 1 run scores. Chisholm comes in. Right behind is Caballero. McMahon a 2-run single. And it's 3-0 Yankees here in the second. Bring up the number 9 hitter, Austin Wells, the Yankee catcher. .219 hitter a season ago, 21 home runs for Wells, drove in 71. A big 3-spot, and there's another hit as Wells sends it into left center. Holding at second will be McMahon, and all of a sudden the Yankees have the hitting shoes on here in the second inning against Logan Webb. 5 straight batters have reached. And this last hit for the Yankees will bring out the Giants pitching coach, Justin McCage. 5 consecutive batters have reached. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I think this one... That actually hit the runner going from first to second. That hit, and now this is a gapper into right center. McMahon scores, rounding third as Wells. The throw to third hits the runner. It is 5-0 as Grisham slides into third. And a big second inning for the Yankees. Grisham got hit with the ball there as he was driving into third base. Looked like he was a little shaken up, but is up on his feet now. A big crooked number here in the second for the Yankees as they have a 5 spot here in the second. 6 consecutive batters have reached. Aaron Judge will be the batter. Yeah, that throw hit Grisham right in the left arm as he was diving into third base, but he's going to stay in the ballgame. So Aaron Judge steps in. Runner at third and 1 out. Judge takes ball 1. And that pitch is high in the zone for strike 1. Ball and a strike. One upstairs. 2-1 now to Judge. Judge struck out his first time back in the first inning. 2-1. That's a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 is now the count. Place has gone very quiet. There's strike 3 at the knees to Judge. He strikes out for the second time. 2 down in the inning, and it'll bring up Cody Bellinger as the Yankees have batted around here in the second as Bellinger, the 9th batter of the inning. Bellinger fouls it off for strike 1. Bellinger flew out to end the top of the first. It was a 1-2-3 top of the first, but the Yankees have busted the bats out here in the second. 0-1, nowhere near, as that's way high, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Strike two. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Bellinger strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts for Webb. But the Yankees with a 5 spot in the second inning on 5 hits. 1 runner left. Bottom of the second we go in San Francisco. Giants lead it, or Yankees lead it rather, 5-0. So the Giants find themselves in a big early hole here. So the Yankees 5 runs and 5 hits in that second inning. Elliot Ramos will lead it off in the bottom of the second for the Giants. Ramos last year a .256 hitter, 21 home runs, drove in 69. First pitch, bottom 2, strike 1, inside corner. Strike 1 pitch. There's another strike. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 just missed. A ball and 2 strikes now to Elliot Ramos. The 1-2. Little outside. 2-2 now. Those last 2 pitches didn't miss by much. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ramos went after a high one. 1 down. That'll bring up Casey Schmidt. .237 hitter in 95 games last year. Went deep 12 times. He drove in 40. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Oh, 1. That's high. 1-1. 1-1 is high. 2-1 now on Casey Schmidt. Here's 2-1. Strike two. Counts even 2-2. Freed's 2-2 to Casey Schmidt. That'll hit him. So Schmidt is hit with a 2-2 pitch. And it'll bring up the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey, the number 8 hitter. Bailey last season hit .222. 6 home runs. He drove in 55. Ball one outside. One zero. Line foul. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch. Counts now 1-2. Two. Upstairs, full count. Correction, beg your pardon. It's 2-2. Now the 2-2. Strike three called. Bailey called out on strikes. That does it in the bottom of the second for the Giants. Strand a runner at first. Apologies, that's 2 outs. I don't know why I thought that was 3. That's only 2. Here's Harrison Bader. Number 9 hitter for the Giants. Bader skies one foul, strike one. Bader last year with the Twins and Phillies hit .277, 17 home runs. Swing and a miss. Bader down 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Whoa, 1-2. Runner at first, 2 outs for the Giants here in the second. And the 1-2. Swing and a foul back. And Bader stays alive. Top of the order, Luis Ariz is on deck. Called strike 3. Now that's 3 outs as Bader caught looking. Giants strand a runner at first. Freed with 4 strikeouts. We head to inning number 3. Yankees up 5-0. Again, game 2 of this opening series will be on Friday. Teams get tomorrow off. Third and final game of this series coming up on Saturday. Yankees will continue their season opening West Coast trip in Seattle for a series starting on Monday. Giants hit the road for the first time following this series as they head to their division rivals in San Diego to open up a series against the Padres starting on Monday. On we go to inning number 3, and Ben Rice will lead off the Yankee third inning. Yankees coming back to plate after scoring 5 times in the second inning. Rice takes ball 1. Grounded out to lead off the second before the hitting shoes came alive. Pitch to Rice misses low. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Strike 1, outside corner. Two 2-1 pitch hit foul. That will even the count 2-2. On Ben Rice, leadoff hitter here in the top of the third. Two swing, or strike 3 called rather on the inside corner. 1 down in the Yankee third. And Giancarlo Stanton will be the batter. Strike 1. Stanton singled and scored one of the 5 Yankee runs last inning. And sends this one up the middle, but playing that way up the middle was the second baseman Arise as he throws over to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Jazz Chisholm. Strike 1. Chisholm was hit by a pitch and scored last inning. Strike two at the knees. Chisholm down on the count 0-2. Oh, 2 on the ground to first. And this will be an easy 1-2-3, top of the third for Logan Webb. Bottom of three we go. 5-0. Giants trailing the Yankees. Giants will have the top of the order. Arise, Chapman, and Devers here in the bottom of the third. Max Fried's just given up the one hit so far in 2 innings. That hit came to Rafael Devers, who's due up third here in the bottom of the third. So Rise walked his first time up. So Rise walked in his first at bat as a San Francisco Giant. So Rise to lead it off and takes a ball. 1-0. One 0 is low. 2-0 now the count to Arise. Two 0, that's low. It's 3-0. There's a strike on 3-0. Arise thought it was ball 4. He was getting ready to head towards first base. 3-1. There's a perfect pitch. It's now full. Full count pitch. Bouncer foul, and we'll do it again. All 5 runs for the Yankees, scoring in the second inning. Payoff pitch. That's hit foul again. Good battle here by Fried and Arise. Dog called here by the home plate umpire. Two is hit to first. Rice will underhand over to Fried, covering first, and there's the first out here at the bottom of the third. Brings up Matt Chapman. Pitch to Chapman. Strike one. Oh, 1 misses a little low, a ball and a strike. To Matt Chapman. Chapman's 1-1 is in the air to left center. That's going to be playable, and the catch made out there in left center field by Cody Bellinger for the second out. And the batter will be Rafael Devers, who has the only Giants hit so far. First pitch swinging, hit up the middle, and the throw over to first, and the Giants are retired 1-2-3. In the third inning, on we go to the fourth. Yankees up 5-0. Seven, eight, 9 hitters for the Yankees. Caballero, McMahon, and Wells due up here in the fourth. Giants have not announced a starting pitcher for Game 2 of this series on Friday. Yankees expected to go with Cam Schlittler. I better watch how I say that. Schlittler in Game 2. And the series wraps up on Saturday. Will Warren's expected to get the Game 3 start on the mound for the Yankees. And again, the Giants have not announced a starter for that game either. So here's Caballero to lead off the Yankee fourth. First pitch inside corner to Caballero, strike one. Strike one pitch. Inside corner. It's now 0-2. Caballero with an RBI double and a run scored in that 5-run second for the Yankees. 0-2 ripped on one hop to third, and the throw at first in plenty of time for out number one. Batter will be Ryan McMahon. Ball one. One 0 is outside. It's 2-0. McMahon drove in 2 runs and scored in the second. That caught the corner, 2-1. Two one. Hit foul. Counts now 2-2. Two. Upstairs, that'll fill the count, 3-2. Three-two is inside for ball 4. That's the first walk of the game issued by Logan Webb. Here's Austin Wells. Ball 1. One 0. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike is the count. On the ground and through into right field for a base hit. Holding at second is McMahon, and the Yankees have another threat going here in the fourth. First and second, one out. And we're back to the top of the order in Grisham. That's hit foul for strike one. Two-run triple. Oh, one is outside. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. One is a strike. 1-2. First and second, one out for the Yankees, trying to add to their 5-0 lead. 1-2 is high. That'll even the count 2-2. Grisham steps back in the box and waits for the 2-2. Here it is. In the air to center. That could be trouble, but coming on and diving in from center field for the catch is Harrison Bader. Fine diving catch there by Bader. Probably saved a run anyway. And here comes Aaron Judge, who's 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. Judge swings and misses for strike 1. Strike 1 pitch to Judge. Upstairs, 1-1. Oh, 1 Judge, or 1-1 rather, is fouled back. It's now 1-2 on Aaron Judge. 2 on, 2 out. 5-0 Yankee lead. Top of the 4th. One, two, low, 2-2. Count now on Aaron Judge. Two, a foul tip for strike 3, and Judge strikes out for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Yankees strand 2. It stays 5-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. So Aaron Judge with a hat trick, 3 strikeouts. Now 6 in the game for Logan Webb, who had that one bad inning there in the 2nd. Giants will send the middle 3rd of the order. Adames, Lee, and Ramos in the bottom of the 4th. Still in that 5-run hole. Giants have just 1 hit through the first 3 innings off of Max Fried. So can the Giants find some offense here in this 5-run hole? 64-degree early evening in the Bay Area of Northern California. First pitch, bottom 4, outside corner, strike 1. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Adames. Adames, the strikeout victim, his first time up. Adames with a check swing foul. Count stays 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Adames sends it in the air to center, but barely having to move out there in center field for the grab is Trent Grisham for the first out. Brings up the batter, Jung-Hoo Lee. Pitch to Lee, down low, ball 1. That kind of bounced up there. Lee grounded out his first time up. Max Fried at 56 pitches. Pitch to Lee is inside. It's now 2-0. To Lee is in the air to left center. Grisham with another play. He's got it for the second out. 2 down here in the Giants' fourth. It brings up Elliot Ramos. Ramos struck out his first time up. Bases empty, 2 outs for the Giants, bottom of the fourth. Ramos takes ball 1. A 1 hits the outside corner. Ramos is down in the count, 0-2. Swing and a miss on an 0-2 pitch. I beg your pardon. Apparently the count was 1-1. So now it's 1-2. Two pitches ago, I thought was called a strike, must have been called a ball. And now Ramos lines it into right center field, and this will be the second Giants hit of the night. A 2-out single for Ramos. That will bring up the batter, Casey Schmidt. Schmidt was hit by a pitch, his first plate appearance. Very short lead at first for Ramos. Schmidt takes outside, ball one. One zero is bounced to short, and the easy play over to second, and that will be the third out. 2-out single by the Giants, but they do nothing with it. We head to the fifth. Still Yankees 5, Giants nothing. The Yankees will send a Bellinger, Rice, and Stanton here in the fifth inning. So the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays, they will open the season Friday against the Athletics. They are hoping it wasn't just a one-year thing, as the Blue Jays were oh so close to winning their first World Series since 1993. They were hoping their Blue Jays and their fans hoping that wasn't just a one-year thing last year. They are expected to make some noise in the AL East again this year. Baltimore is supposed to be very much improved. Cody Bellinger will lead it off for the Yankees here in the top of the fifth. Wind appears to have died down significantly than we had at the first pitch. Pretty significant wind blowing from left to right on the first pitch. First pitch swinging here in the top of the fifth by Bellinger is a liner into right for a base hit. Bellinger's first hit of the game. He's now 1 for 3, and the Yankees have their leadoff man on here in the fifth. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. Rice goes after the first pitch and sends it into right center. Rounding second, heading to third is Bellinger. Yankees have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the fifth. And it'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton. 8th hit of the game for the Yankees. Pitch to Stanton. Ball one. Stanton singled and scored a run. Was in that 5-run second inning. Stanton lines it to center. That'll be a base hit. Bellinger scores. Rice stops at second. Stanton at RBI. It is 6-0 Yankees. Excuse me. Jazz Chisholm will be the batter. Ball one. Chisholm takes high. It's 2-0. Yankees a chance to bust this thing wide open. Stanton on the ground to first. They'll go to second one, and that's going to be all they get. And the throw gets away from the first baseman, which will allow Rice to score on the bad throw back to first. 7-0 New York. Schmidt made the play, and the play over to second was fine, but then Rice's throw back was a little wild. Caballero fouls it off for strike one. One is inside, a ball and a strike now. Comes the 1-1. In the air, popped up. Second baseman with the catch for out number 2. As Arise makes that grab. And it brings up Ryan McMahon. 2 in for the Yankees here in the 5th. They have pushed their lead now to 7-0. Pitches outside, ball one. Logan Webb is now at 82 pitches. So this very well may be his last inning. One 1-0 pitch is foul. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One, runner takes off. The throw to second goes into center field, but not far enough. To advance Chisholm past second. So a stolen base for Jazz Chisholm. Well, he got a heck of a jump. Even a good throw, I don't think, gets him. So now with a runner in scoring position, a chance for McMahon to drive him in. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Keaton Wynn is loosening in the Giants bullpen. Here's the 2-2. Check swing and a swing as McMahon went around. He will strike out, so Chisholm will be stranded at second. But the Yankees add 2 as we are halfway through it. It is all Yankees on opening night, 7-0 over the Giants. Giants will send Bailey, Bader, and then back to the top of the order, Arise. in the bottom of the fifth. Seven runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Yankees. They've stranded 4 on base. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Giants. They have stranded 4 as well. So Bailey will lead it off for the Giants. He struck out his first time up. One of 4 strikeout victims against Max Fried. It's at 64 pitches through 4 innings. A little bit high on the pitch count there. It's about 16 pitches an inning. If he can get through this 5th inning, he can stand to get the win. First pitch, bottom 5. Fried to Bailey. Ball 1. One 0. Upstairs, 2-0. Two 0 pitch right down the middle for strike 1, 2-1. Two 1 is down low. It's now 3-1. The count to Bailey. Three 1 is a strike. That will fill the count. Excuse me. Payoff pitch is a bouncer up the middle, playing right there up the middle was Chisholm, and the throw to first in time to retire Bailey for the first out. And the batter will be Harrison Bader. Also a strikeout victim his first time. Bader swings at the first pitch and pops it up on the infield. Chisholm with the grab for out number 2, and we're back to the top of the order now, and Luis Arraez. Arraez 0 for 1. He has reached on a walk. Pitch to Arraez, strike 1. 0-1. On the ground to first, Rice will take it himself. And another 1-2-3 inning. Fried gets through 5. He can stand to get the win now on opening day. We head to the 6th. All Yankees in this one, 7-0. Austin Wells, and then the top of the order, Grisham and Judge for the Yankees here in the 6th. Here's Austin Wells to lead it off in the 6th for the Yankees. He is 2 for 2 in the game tonight. New pitcher for the Giants into this game, Keaton Wynn. Appeared in just 7 games last season. ERA of 4.5. Ball 1 to lead off the 6th. So Logan Webb goes 5. Not his finest performance. Gave up 7 runs, 6 of those earned, 9 hits. 1 walk, did strike out 7. Had that bad second inning, in which the Yankees put up 5 runs. It's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Wells now behind in the count, 1-2. One, 2. Inside and low, 2-2. Giants down in this game 7-0. They've been out hit 9-2. Two fouled away, and we'll do another 2-2. Two is outside. That will fill the count, 3-2. Payoff pitch is lined into right. That is curving, and it is foul. That was not foul by much. 3-2 payoff, fouled again. Good battle here as Wells stays alive. Three-two payoff. Low, and Wells draws a leadoff walk here at the top of the sixth. Brings up the top of the order, Trent Grisham. It's the pitch to Grisham. That is lined to right and deep. And at the track, the catch is made out there in right field. Boy, Lee kept backing up and had enough room to make that catch for the first out. And the batter will now be Aaron Judge. 0 for 3. He has struck out all 3 times tonight. Pitch to Judge. Low, ball 1. Might have been a little off the plate as well. One 0, a swing and a miss by Aaron Judge. That'll even the count 1-1. One. That's a foul ball. 1-2. One-two pitch. Low. 2-2. Two-two to Judge. Foul ball. Just stays alive. That hit off the top of his back foot. Two-two. Called strike 3. An opening night game that Aaron Judge would like to forget. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Here's Cody Bellinger. Runner at first and 2 outs. And a check swing, but it's a strike, 0-1. Strike 1 pitch, foul back, and it's 0-2. Bellinger has singled and scored a run in this game. 0-2, a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the inning. Yankees do not score. Leave a runner stranded at first. We go the bottom of the 6th. Still 7-0 Yankees. Matt Chapman will lead it off for the Giants in the bottom of the 6th. Chapman will be followed by Devers and Adames. Giants pitching, one of the bright spots for Giants pitching tonight, they do have a combined 9 strikeouts against Yankee hitters tonight. Freed at 73 pitches. Looks like he is headed back out there for the top or the bottom of the 6th. We've just passed 7 o'clock local time in the Bay Area. Pitches upstairs, ball 1 to Matt Chapman. One zero, his foul, counts even 1-1. Fielder's choice and a flyout tonight for Chapman. Outside on the 1-1, it's 2-1. Two one to Chapman. One hop to second, and Chisholm. Did he catch that? Actually, he caught it. Excuse me. I thought that one hopped the dirt, but Chisholm makes the catch. The replay. He sure did. It hit off his glove and then reaches out with his right bare hand and makes the catch. Wow. It's a strike to Rafael Devers. Chisholm shaking his left hand a little bit there. Ball hit foul. That will reach the seats. The count's 0-2. Into right, but barely having to move out there for the catch is Aaron Judge for out number 2. Bring up Willy Adames with the bases empty and 2 outs. Down low, ball 1. Adames has struck out and flown out tonight. Adames lines it to right. Judge right there. And the Giants done in the 6th. Fried goes through, makes it through 6 on his first start of the year. We head to the 7th. 7-0 Giants, or 7-0 Yankees. Middle third of the Yankee order, Rice, Stanton, and Chisholm due up here in the 7th inning. Yankees firmly in command for an opening night win. So into the late innings we go. Giants leading 7-0. They've out-hit the Giants. Yankees leading 7-0. They've out-hit the Giants 9-2. Yankees have left 5 on base. Giants have left 4. Ben Rice to lead off the Yankee 7th. Excuse me. Top of the 7th underway, ball 1. As JT Brubaker, the 3rd Giants pitcher of the night, comes in here in the 7th, and it's 2-0 now. So Wynn goes an inning. Walked 1, struck out 2. But it's now Brubaker behind 3-0 to Ben Rice. 3-0 taken all the way, and it's a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Three one, check swing. No swing. That is ball 4. Rice draws a leadoff walk here in the 7th, and it'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton. I can have a pinch runner here at first base. Ball one. Stanton 2 for 3 tonight with a couple singles. Drove in a run and scored a run. That misses outside. Brubaker's missed on 6 of his first 7 pitches. Two-oh, there's a strike down the middle. 2-1 now. To Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton swings and misses on the 2-1. Counts now even 2-2. Two is low, but Stanton couldn't hold up on the swing, and he went around. That's strike 3. And it will bring up Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm and Judge, the only 2 Yankees without a base hit tonight. That is ripped, and that's going to end right here as Chisholm sends it into right. First and second with 1 out in the 7th for the Yankees. Batter will be Caballero. 10th hit of the night. First and second, 1 out. Caballero takes low, ball 1. Caballero with an RBI double and a run scored. That's hit to shore. That might be 2. There's a throw to second. 1 on to first. 2. Double play, and that'll get the Giants out of the 7th. Yankees do not score. It is stretch time in San Francisco. 7-0. Yankees lead the Giants. Giants will send up Lee, Ramos, and Schmidt here in the bottom of the 7th. Crowd still packed in despite the score, as the Giants are down to their final 9 outs here on opening night. Lee will lead it off in the bottom of the 7th for the Giants. He's 0 for 2. Ike actually had a special 7th inning stretch festivities right there. Five runs in the 2nd inning for the Yankees. They added 2 in the 5th. That's how we've got to this 7-0 game. First pitch, bottom 7, ball 1. Max Fried is back out there for the Yankees, at least to start the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 pitch is at the knee, strike 1. Fried is at 84 pitches. One 1-1 is foul. Count is now 1-2. Yankees bullpen is starting to stir, though. Jake Bird is up and loosening in the Yankee bullpen. One, two. In the air to left. Playable out there, and the catch made for the first out by Cody Bellinger. Brings up Elliot Ramos. Has one of the 2 Giants hits tonight, and that looks like it's going to do it for Max Fried. What an opening night performance for Fried as he goes 6 1/3 innings. Shuts out the Giants on just 2 hits. Throws 86 pitches, but he will give way to the bullpen with a comfortable 7-0 lead. So Fried exits. And coming into pitches, Jake Bird for the Yankees. So Bird will come on to face Elliot Ramos. Way high, ball one. Bird went 4-2 last year with a 5.53 ERA. His time split between the Yankees and Rockies. 1-0 is on the inside corner for strike one. One swing and a miss by Ramos. 1-2. One, two. Outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike three on the 2-2 pitch. Ramos strikes out, and it will bring up Schmidt. Bases empty and 2 outs for the Giants. Pitch to Schmidt. Inside corner, strike one. Schmidt has reached tonight. He was hit by a pitch. Bounces this one over the head of the pitcher, but still playable. And the throw on to first in time, and that'll do it in the 7th for the Giants. On we go the 8th. It's all Yankees tonight, 7-0. McMahon, Wells, and the top of the order, Grisham. Aaron Judge will get one more at bat tonight to try and not strike out for the 5th time. So Yankees need just 6 more outs to pick up an opening night win in San Francisco. Brubaker back out. Pitches 2nd inning of relief for the Giants. First pitch, top 8, outside, ball one. Swing and a miss by McMahon. That's going to even the count, a ball and a strike. One is a strike. That'll make the count 1-2. One, two, got him. One down in the inning. Brings up Austin Wells. That's 11 strikeouts for Giants pitching tonight, but haven't been able to muster anything offensively. That ball's hit well into left center field. It's going to stay in play just shy of the track. Catch is made there in left center by Bader. 4 out, number 2. Back to the top of the order in Trent Grisham. Pitch to Grisham's a strike. Aaron Judge is on deck. Counts 1-1 here to Trent Grisham, who has the triple tonight. That pitch misses as well. 2-1 now. 2-0 on the ground to second, and the Yankees are retired. 1-2-3. In the top of the 8th, it'll be Aaron Judge leading off the top of the 9th for the Yankees. We go the bottom of the 8th. Yankees 7, Giants nothing. Bailey, Bader, and then the top of the order Arise for the Giants, needing a lot of offense and having just 6 outs left to get it. Third Yankee pitcher of the night coming in will be Brent Hedrick. As Hedrick on to pitch the bottom of the eighth. First pitch swinging, hit deep to center. And on the warning track, the catch is made in center field by Grisham. One pitch, one out. Batter will be Harrison Bader. Boy, once this game finally got underway, it has flown by. We have just now passed the 2-hour mark. Bader hitless in 2 trips tonight. Ball 1. Excuse me. 1-0 pitch from Hedrick. Swing and a miss. Counts now even 1-1. Strikeout and a pop out tonight for Bader. And a swing and a miss on the 1-1. It's now 1-2. One, two on the way, a swing and a miss. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th, and we're back to the top of the order. Luis Arraez. Arraez is 0 for 2. He has reached on a walk. And that is in through, and that'll be just the 3rd hit of the night for the Giants. A 2-out single for Luis Arraez. And it'll bring up Matt Chapman. Chapman 0 for 3 tonight. Ball 1. Again, Aaron Judge will lead off the 9th for the Yankees, trying not to strike out for the 5th time tonight. Swing and a miss to Chapman on the 1-0. One is low, 2-1. Two one. That's inside. 3-1. Three one is outside. Ball 4. So back-to-back runners here with 2 outs for the Giants brings up Rafael Devers. By the way, with that hit, last batter, Luis Arraez, now has a 16-game hitting streak dating back to last season. I'm sorry, those should not carry over. They're different seasons, 25 to 26. A stat like that should not carry over from season to season. So 2 on with 2 outs. As Devers the batter. Ball 1. Devers has singled in 3 trips tonight. Fouled away. That'll even the count 1-1. A rise the runner at second. Chapman at first. 1-1, a swing and a miss. It's now 1-2 on Rafael Devers. One, two, check swing in the air to center. And that'll be that in the bottom of the 8th inning. Giants get 2-out base runners, but strand them. On we go to the 9th. 7-0 Yankees. It'll be Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Ben Rice here in the Yankee 9th inning. Giants go into their 4th pitcher of the night. It'll be Caleb Killian. So Brubaker goes 2 innings. Gives up just 1 hit. Walked 1 and struck out 2 through 22 pitches. First pitch, top 9 to Judge, and he makes contact this time, but he is still going to ground out. Judge an 0 for 5 night. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 9th. Ball 1 inside. Bellinger 1 for 4 tonight, and the 1-0 pitch is low to him. 2-0. Two 0 is low. It's now 3-0. Three 0 taken all the way, and it's a strike. 3-1. Three 1 on the ground. 2 second. 2 down. Brings up Ben Rice with the bases empty and 2 outs. Rice is 1 for 3 with a single, and he's also reached on a walk and scored a run. Strike 1. Oh, 1 is foul. The Yankees put this one away early with a 5-run second inning. They added 2 in the 5th. Giants have only been able to muster 3 hits tonight against Yankee pitching. The 0-2 pitch, check swing and no swing, 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Yankees in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Giants. Go the bottom of the 9th, down 7-0. It will be 4, 5, and 6. Adames, Lee, and Ramos. Giants will need a lot of base runners here in the bottom of the 9th. Following the conclusion of this game, folks, probably going to sign off pretty quick. Following the third out, run down the final stats, and probably put a quick wrap on this one. These two teams go back at it on Friday, day off tomorrow, and then the final 2 games of this series will be Friday and Saturday. That Saturday game will be a Fox game, 7:15 Eastern, going to most of the country. Other regional game on Fox on Saturday, in addition to the Yankees Giants, will be the Royals and the Braves from Atlanta. Interesting choice. Sun is setting over the San Francisco Bay Area. A lot of festivities on opening night, a standalone opening night game, but the game has not gone as well as the Giants had hoped. Down to their final 3 outs here. Camilo Doval on to close this out on the mound for the Yankees. Appeared in 69 games last year with the Yankees and the Giants as he's going against his former team. Adames hits it on the ground to short, and that's a boot. That is just an absolute boot there at short by Caballero, and that'll be the first error of the night for the Yankees. So Adames reaches on the air. Bring up Jung-Hoon Lee. So an error on both sides tonight now. Lee hitless in 3 at-bats tonight. Ball 1. One 0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One down low. 2-1 now to Jung-Hoon Lee. One 2-1 pitch hit foul. That'll even the count 2-2. Two. In the air to center. Grisham there for the first out in the bottom of the 9th. And the batter will be Elliot Ramos. Ramos has one of the 3 Giants hits tonight. Struck out his other 2 at-bats. And there's a strike to Ramos. Strike 1 pitch from Duvall. Outside. Nice stop there by Wells. Keep that from going to the backstop. 1-1. That will not be able to be stopped by Wells before it gets to the backstop. Be a wild pitch. Adames advances to second. And another pitch outside. Now 3-1. Wells had to save another one from going to the backstop. Three 1. That's on the ground to short. Dug out by Rice at first for the second out, and the Giants are down to their final out. Adames goes to third. Casey Schmidt, last hope for the Giants tonight. Goes after the first pitch, sends it into right. And the Giants have a 3-hit shutout on opening night in San Francisco. 4 Yankees pitchers shut out the Giants tonight and win it 7-0 on opening night. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. They strand 6. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Giants. They leave 7. Max Fried gets the win. Logan Webb with the loss. Good balance tonight for the Giants. Aaron Judge, the only Giant, believe it or not, for the Yankees. Aaron Judge, the only Yankee that did not get a base hit tonight. As the Yankees start off 2026 with a win in San Francisco over the Giants, 7-0. Game 2 of this series coming up on Friday. Yankees will send Cam Schlittler to the mound. Giants have not announced a starter for that second game of that series yet. So a sellout crowd on opening night in Oracle Park. Majority of them go home disappointed, as it is a Yankees 7-0 win tonight over the Giants. Yankees get 5 runs in the second to put this game away early, and 2 in the fifth, and win this one 7-0. Folks, that's going to wrap it up on the live stream tonight. Going to wrap it up here pretty quick. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you do like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe from you. Also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitch with some, got some material up on Twitch as well. Sport Guru John, you can follow me there as well. I will be back sometime over the weekend. Don't know when it's going to be, but I will be back on sometime this weekend, probably Sunday, and I'll try to keep you updated on the page as to what that will be on Sunday, but we'll be back with you then. Again, Yankees win this one 7-0 over the Giants on opening night in San Francisco. Game 2 of the series coming up on Friday. Again, back with you this weekend. And we'll keep you updated on what that's going to be. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. God bless.